My name is Vivien Awuor, and I'm a GBV survivor. I've lived in Mombasa. I grew up in Mombasa, and after school, I dated this one man. I never knew any other man in my life, and growing up in a Christian family, it was taboo to have a boyfriend. So by the time I finished school, I said, hooray, this is the time I can now have. So he enticed me and I fell in love, and we dated for approximately 7 years. By the time I was 28, I felt I was ripe and ready to go into marriage. My family refused, and we eloped. We eloped, got married at the registrar, and started living together. We got our first baby, a girl, and life was bliss. Life was beautiful. And once we got together, it was more or less happy and bubbly, okay? As we continued in the marriage, in the relationship, things started happening that made me question, is this the same man? Is this the same man I fell in love with, the same guy, the same dude who we were looking into our eyes and seeing heaven? Because there was an abusive word here and there. There was questioning of my cooking and my behavior. So that brought about me feeling, am I in the right place? And there was also a bit of provocation in the sense that, how am I behaving? You know, I came from a Christian family, and I've gone into this relationship where my better half feels that I'm not behaving as per his standards. And behaving means that I'm not wearing probably a long dress. I'm wearing trousers instead of a skirt or a dress, you know. So that brought about a lot of conflict in our relationship, and that's where it all began. I tried to seek help by praying a lot, seeking help from different pastors and prayer persons, and, you know, calling people to the house to do vigils and all that, casting out demons and whatever it is that is causing my marriage to go in the wrong direction. But at the end of the day, you do all this, and the man tells you, that prayer you're doing, God is not even hearing you. God is just looking at you, and you stupid woman who is not even respecting your husband, you know. So it killed me spiritually, it killed me emotionally, and I was like, no one is there for me, no one loves me. I talked to my mom. My mom was categorical, told me, Mom, come back home. I told you this man is not for you, you know. So I thought my mom is giving me very wrong advice, because the advice I knew is that you should stay in marriage. God does not like divorce. So there I was, seeking for help in the right versus wrong places, and it was just confusing for me. So it reached a point where all I could do was stay silent and hurt and cry. My best companions were my babies. But thanks be to God, things happened, and after some time, I sought help from the right places. I joined the worship team in our church, and it put me in places to have a good group of friends, friends who were with me, cry with me, pray with me, laugh with me, and I think that was my turning point. That was my turning point, when I got the right friends to walk with me that journey. My husband had a habit of shouting and hitting and abuse. And the next day, he's an angel. He'd take me to hospital. And after that, he took me for dinner, you know, dress up. I need to take you out. And at this point, you are just, wow, this man is nice. This man cares for me. You know, we women, those two small two things of lovey-doveys, they really tend to cheat us, if I may use the word. They cheat us, you know. So with those two lovey-dovings he gives, I was feeling so nice. I was feeling, wow. It's just that he made a mistake, but he really wants to love me. He really wants to be with me. And today, if you ask me, shoot me in the head, honestly, there was nothing like that. It was more of accommodating him and allowing him to continue with that habit. Because every other time I did it, it was more. Every time I did it, it allowed him to sleep out more. Every time I did it, it allowed him to hit me harder. And because he hit me harder and I was getting more annoyed, I now became the kind of person who was hitting back, you know. And the last straw put me in hospital for 3 months. So it's just grows and grows and grows. And I just had to have one voice tell me, the next time, Vivien, we're going to get you is to the cemetery. So what I remember happened was that he asked me to meet him at a friend's house. And we met and we talked and he convinced me. I allowed it and I told him, okay, fine, you stay in your house, I stay in mine, but we continue to see each other, date, feel nice, you know, go for dates, go for dunda, you know. So it went on like that for a period of 3 months. So come New Year, and we are celebrating New Year in different houses, but in love, with kids meeting on Saturdays, Sundays, we go out as a family. And come New Year of, I think, 2012, 31st crossover to fast. I normally spend my New Year in prayers, but he said he wanted us to go out. I said, no, let me go for prayers, then you go for your disco, and we'll meet after. So we crossed over. He tried to call me while I was in prayers, but I didn't pick. So he tried to look for me. Where was I? I was at a friend's place doing prayers. Now he came over to the friend's house, called me from the gate, shouting, where are you? So I came out. My friend we were all in prayers. So my friend was like, he's here. So we went to the gate. And he pulled me by my hair at the gate. Why are you lying to me? Why are you lying to me? And I told him, lying what? I saw you at City Mall. I saw you. I was like, no, I've been here. Hit me in my face. My specs broke. I was wearing spectacles at the time. And he told me, this is not the end of it. It's not the end of it. You're lying to me. So I was like, this man will never stop. And at that point, I slept at my friend's place, and I woke up in the morning. I just felt I am letting go. This time it's final. This time there's no turning back. There was no turning back. And then he came like 1,000 times. In fact, I reported him to the police for that incident. I reported him to FIDA for the hits he had given me so many times, and it didn't stop him. He still kept on coming, but my mind had changed. My mind had set. It's done. And at that point, that's when I was totally free. We got divorced. It was a bit of a fight, but yes, it was granted through the help of a few clerks. And I had the strength, and I thank God so much for it. I had the strength. I called him and I told him, I want us to meet. And I bought him lunch, and I told him, we have to meet and we have to talk. And because why we have to talk, I need you to bless me, and I need you to let go of me. And to date, I thank God for giving me the strength to do that, you know, because it brought a finality in that relationship. And yeah, I can say that right now we talk. I talk to his family, and I've moved on. I am happily married with 3 kids now. And yes, there is hope. after GBV.